Hello again, Internet. I am Daft Pansidious, the stupid Lord of Sith, and welcome once again to Pan Plays. Giving you tips on how to do things with horses in Black Desert Online. So, today we are going to be learning about breeding. The reason why I'm doing this video is because there is a lot of useful information out there on how to breed horses. However, they don't really explain some of these parts that great, and also it can just generally be a bit confusing to see it in print and not actually see someone do it. I think some people prefer to actually visually see the process, whereas reading the process might not be as helpful, although some of the ones out there they are pretty good at giving you the information that you need. But enough of me rambling, let's just show you how to do this shit. So, we need to go to the stable. First thing to know about the stable...
No matter what they say.
Okay, whatever you say, Azaro, just shut the fuck up, I'm talking. Okay, so, first of all, at your stable, you're going to need to have a male horse and a female horse. This is if you're breeding your own horses. Otherwise, if you want to use somebody else's horse, you can just go straight to the market and rent their male to fuck the shit out of your female horse. But with your own horses, the first thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you have, number one, a horse registered at the breeding market. Now you can register your male, and you can register your male to be visible to everyone to use, but if you go this option, then obviously there's the possibility that someone can snipe your horse, and then obviously you're going to lose a breed chance. Or you can make it only visible to yourself. So you're going to want to register your male. Now, to register your male, you need to keep in mind that the stamina gauge, as you see here on Homura, my female horse, is at maximum. That's a necessity for breeding. If it's not at maximum, it will fail. And on Delu, my male horse, it is at 0 because he's already been through the process of mating. So I'm going to recover. I'm going to pay the 1,500 silver. And there we go, bam, he's back at full stamina, because he's going to need that stamina to do some hardcore fucking, because Delu like to fuck. So, we're going to register him at the breeding market. Now, breeding market, as you see here, you've got options normally of other people's horses to be able to use for your horse. Obviously, if you highlight your horse, and you can go about the process of renting somebody else's horse. Alternatively, we click on Delu and then we register him at the breed market. See here, register at breeding. So click here. Do you want to register the mount at the breeding market? You cannot equip/unequip horse gear while breeding. Who cares? So yes. Now, show all. That means it's visible for everyone, and obviously it's going to be cheaper, and that's 24,840 to register it. Or show only me. Let's see here, 35k will be charged for breeding. Yes, so confirm. We've now registered Delu for breeding. This is why I no longer have options to take him out or whatever. So sorry Delu, but no dinner dates for you, sir. Now, breeding. You're going to want to highlight your female horse, then you're going to want to click the breed market, and you go to my horse list, and there you see it, my horse list. That's my horse, that's Delu, and then literally all I do is I click apply. By clicking apply, that then begins the process of breeding. Breeding takes about 2.5 hours. And from the moment breeding starts, you have a cooldown to be able to breed any horses again of 6 hours. So it's 2.5 hours for the breeding itself, and then an additional 3.5 hours cooldown after the breeding ends for you to be able to perform another breeding with any horses. Now you can reset this with Pearl Shop items if you want to just pay to win, which I don't do. I personally enjoy the grind. So I wouldn't do that, but if you want to do that, feel free, it's your life, you can do whatever the fuck you want with your money, so go wild. But that is literally what you need to do. That's pretty much it. That's breeding in a nutshell. Now, other things to consider and keep in mind. You've only got so many available slots at the stable that you're in, so you're going to want to increase your stable. You're going to want to get a horse ranch, because you need an available space for another horse to be born into. So what will happen is you will need to go here in the menu, go into the town, and you need to find yourself a horse ranch. I know my horse ranch is here, and I've maxed it out to level 4. You can just use this drop down up here and search for horse ranch to see in a town where the horse ranch is, and then literally just click on it. It will bring up let's just click on this for the sake of it. There you go. It comes up with those options. So yeah, open up the horse ranch. It gives you extra stable slots, so when you're at the stable you can dash more horses in there, and you'll also have an available slot for your new horse to be born into.
If you have captured a horse, you can
collecting
go to a
your
nearby
horse.
stable.
Seriously,
A
Zaro,
stable
shut the
keeper will
fuck up.
register your horse.
So anyway, when your female horse is preggers, basically, and she's ready to give birth, you literally just click on her. So you come to the stable, you click on her like this, and it will have a new tab. All of these will disappear, and you'll have one new tab that will say receive foal. Receiving the foal is the newborn baby horse, basically, which isn't a baby because I bred Delu and Shadowfax here to make Homura. Homura is my new horse from breeding, but she only came out at tier 3, which is a shame. Basically, the way to get higher tier horses from your breeding sessions is to level them up. I would say that you've realistically got a max of level 25 where it caps. So if you've got both horses at 25, you'll have a higher chance of getting yourself, say, from a tier 3, 2 tier 3s at level 25 each will more than likely bring you back a tier 4 or possibly even a tier 5. And if you're really lucky, maybe a tier 6, but I very much doubt that's going to happen. And obviously as the tiers go up and the levels go up, there's more of a chance of getting higher tier horses. There is a very handy tool on a website, so if you literally just go into Google and type in horse breeding calculator BDO, it will bring up a website that gives you a horse breeding calculator where you literally put in what the tier of your horse is, what level your horse is, and how many deaths it's incurred. This is another thing to keep in mind. We'll get to that in a moment, but yeah, that calculator will then give you what the plausible outcomes percentages of what horse you're likely to receive. So it will say, excuse me, for instance, you might have a 35% chance of getting a tier 3 female, a 25% chance of getting a tier 3 male, a 15% chance of getting a tier 5 female, and so on. Now, deaths. If your horse has died, it decreases your chances of breed ratio of getting a higher tier horse. It diminishes its chances of getting a higher tier. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. You want to try and ensure that the horses you're intending to breed do not get murked. So keep them away from getting battered like the plague. Excuse me again. So yeah, that's basically that side of things with breeding. And it's pretty simple, but obviously can be a bit daunting at first because you're looking at all these tabs and going, what the fuck's going on? Or you're at a stable where there is no horse breed opportunity, and you're like, what the fuck, I thought I could breed horses here. So yeah, only a specific set few towns are capable, so it's obviously an idea to check the stable first before you start going about the procedure of buying a horse ranch for the extra space, because obviously you need extra space. You need at least a minimum of 1 extra space to have a horse received after breeding 2 horses. You need to have your male and your female in the same stable. And the last thing we will mention with regards to breeding is down here, exchange horse. So once your horse hits 0 on breedable chances, see here, breedable, able to reset obviously, but That's with the pearl item, which is real money. But see here it says 0 now on breedable chances. That means this horse doesn't have a free breed chance anymore, but I can still breed it. The only problem with that is I am sacrificing the horse to get a new horse. So if I decide I no longer want this horse and I want to get a new horse, I can technically breed it again, but what I'm doing here is I'm clicking exchange horse, and then I'm clicking the female that I want to exchange and the male that I want to exchange, and they will then appear in this box, and I will click exchange and it will destroy both the horses, but it will give me a new horse for it. So it's technically one more breed chance that you get, but obviously it's going to kill 2 horses for 1. Whereas you could have just sold that horse, and then somebody else can do whatever the hell they want with it. So yeah, there you go. That is breeding on Black Desert Online. I hope this video helped as per usual, and once again, as usual, if you want to ask me any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If there is anything you want to insult me or ridicule me on, please feel free to do so. Any general trolling, please feel free. And yeah, I hope that has been as informative as I would have liked when I was initially trying to figure out how to do all of this shit. So yeah, take care everyone. Hopefully I will see you again next time when I decide to make a new how-to video, or if I decide to do a playthrough of something. But yeah, like I said, leave any comments you want to. Take care internet, and hopefully I will see you again at some point soon. Ciao for now.